This is a song called Most Importantly, and this has been tuned to 639 Hertz for the heart chakra. Beautiful, you're so beautiful. Most importantly, beautiful, the thoughts and views is a way we have to choose. Lovely is a sight to see when we speak so truthfully. I love my life and gratefully accept it. It's my right, how I choose to make it. I'm loving you. Most importantly, I love me too. I'm loving you. Most importantly, I love me too. Just turn the music a bit. There we go. Beautiful, you're so beautiful. Love me too. I love me too. Beautiful the nights and days we have shared in many ways. Gorgeous is the way to be when we share so beautifully. I love my life and gratefully accept it. It's my right, how I choose to make it. I'm loving you. Hey, most importantly, I love me too. I'm loving you. Most importantly, I love me too. So this song's all about the heart energy center. This is unblocking your heart, freeing your heart, balancing relationships with partners, family, friends, just opening the heart. This is pop music tuned to the Solfeggio frequencies. I'm loving you. Most importantly, I love me too. I'm loving you. Most importantly, I love me too. There we go, Mark. I'm going to fade it out now. Fantastic. That's a bit different, isn't it?
That's a nice way to open the show. Hello, everybody. This is the Mark Attwood Show, Adventures of the Cosmic Suits, and this is Elyse G. Rogers. Where is she?
Hey.
Over there. How are you? How are you, Chuck?
All right. Well, I want to speak in the microphone, but it's not, obviously it's not on now. I was having some technical issues there, but you know, it's meant to be, isn't it? I just thought it'd be very different to set the tone and show you what I do, or show the people what I do. And I've been doing for a long time. And yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you. And thank you. Thanks for having me. It's great. Great.
I don't know. I love it. I've got goosebumps. I mean, me and you finally met 3 weeks ago, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Wasn't that amazing in Birmingham? Just loved it. It was so good to see you, Mark, after all this time. Yeah, you're awesome. You rocked it. You absolutely blew that event out of the water in terms of you held it together and your presentation and everything, your poems. And then thanks for putting your poems right in between my set. You put what the fuck it poem. and the common law one, which I thought was very funny. Thank you for that.
Well, you know, me and you talked about the event beforehand, and you know, we couldn't have pulled it off without you in Twitch. And
thank you.
It was a good, yeah, it was a good job. They had a couple of show busy types to help. And I'll just explain to the audience. I said to Elyse, I think you need to go on after lunch, you know, when everybody's had something to eat, because you'll raise the frequency because it's the graveyard shift when you do a full, you know, an 8-hour event. And that's why I did the comedy stuff straight after lunch, just to warm them up. And then you came on and you just blew them away.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I did 4 songs. I've got loads of songs. I did 4 songs. I did Real Love, which was in tune to 432. I did Rise Up, which is tune to 432. I did The Love Energy, which is off my Love Energy album. And that's actually tuned to 528 Love Energy. And then the last track of Shine Your Light was in 432. Yeah, I've been experimenting with these frequencies in pop and dance music from about 2011. I've been doing this stuff. I've been on the back burner, mainly because, you know, I know all about common law. I got into that in 2011 and just opened up my eyes, really. So, yeah, I'm quite protected, but I think it's ready for me to come out now. I'm feeling...
That time you came out of the closet.
I'm literally in the closet. No. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. No, and you know, I mean, if people don't know who I am, I'm Elyse G. Rogers with the G in the middle. And I'm the wife or the partner of David Ian Rogers, who's been clearing trauma. And it was really important for me that, and thanks to you, Mark, because you were the first one that had the interview with David back in November 2020.
Was I the first one? Ah, God, yeah. It seems like it's such a long time ago now.
Yep. 2020.
That's the shamanic Heyoka, for those of you watching who remember David on. He's been on my show about 3 times, I think, and he's cleared thousands of people of trauma over the last couple of years. Yeah. It's been amazing, hasn't it?
He has, and he's continuing to do it daily, day by day by day. He absolutely loves it, loves what he does, and he loves all his clients and who come to him from all over the world. So I'm very grateful in terms of like that needed to happen first. David needed to go out first, I think, for us as a couple, and then for me to kind of come from behind, because I've been doing the mind, body, spirit fairs since 2013. I think I started that. I did that for about 3 years. That was quite an interesting story because if I'm sure all your viewers will believe in spirit and channeling and higher self kind of things, but I get it through my right ear. So I don't know about you, Mark, with all your wonderful poems, but it's kind of channeled through to me from God.
Yeah, it comes through my arse mainly.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
God's got a sense of humor, let me tell you.
You need that. Honestly, you need that in these times. You need that, don't you? And me being married to David.
Well, yeah, I mean, as soon as I saw him, like, right, he's he cracks me up.
Yeah. So yeah.
Just to explain to everybody, you were actually a pop star in the 90s, and you did all of that. Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
I still do that. I still do that. Yeah, I still do that. So in 1994, I was early 20s, and I had really short hair, had a different name. My actual birth name is Linda. And it's a long story. I can share that briefly with you. And I was living in Germany, and I auditioned for this group. So I was already singing. At the age of 18, I was doing all the clubs. Remember, we used to have like the social clubs, conservative clubs back in the day in UK. So for any Americans or Australians, you know, in the UK, we had these clubs where you would go and you would perform at Friday, Saturday night. So I've done my training.
Well, I went to those clubs a lot in Manchester when I lived there.
Did you?
Yeah, I went with Caroline Aherne once, and
did you? She's
yeah.
great. She's passed away now, hasn't she?
She passed on. Yeah, it's really sad, but yeah, I mean, it was. I couldn't believe how busy it was. That scene was huge, and that's where people went for entertainment.
Absolutely. They used to be packed out, really smoky as well. I remember I'd come home and everything would just smell of smoke. And obviously, you know, people can't smoke in places anymore. But, you know, so I did that. I used to sing like cover versions like Lisa Stansfield, because I like a bit of soul in my voice, if I'm honest. You know, I know I do pop and dance as genre style, but soul is really my thing. But anyway, so in 1994, I auditioned. Oh, first off, have you ever heard of BFBS, British Forces
Yes,
Broadcasting
of
Station?
course I have, yeah.
Okay, so
I was in the forces.
of course, yeah, of course, BFBS, right? Okay, BFBS. So back in 1993, then there was Stars in the Rise or Search for the Stars kind of competitions going around, wasn't they? And I went in for that, and I was in, where was I first? I was in a little town in Germany, and I came third, right? The semi-finals. So I went to the finals. I was like, nah, this is not happening. I'm going to go for this. And there was there was RAF and Army. So there was no Navy because of where it is in Germany, where, you know, it was inland. It was Rhine-Darling.
I know Ryan Darling. I did a 10K run there in 1986.
Did you really? Oh my God.
That was the joint headquarters in Germany.
Wow. That camp's quite interesting because you can go in from two ends, can't you, in Rhine-Darling?
Yeah.
It's quite a big camp. And that
I played football there quite a few times.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God, our paths. What year was that then you was there?
86.
Okay, right. So it was before me. So I was 93.
Yeah, I'm a bit
So
older than you.
yeah. So I came, basically, overall, I came second out of quite a lot of people. And I found out, I don't know how true this is, but I found out that the guy he was RAF. So I was civilian, he was RAF, and it was only, you could, you know, competitions are kind of rigged like that, aren't they? And I found out that, don't know how true it is, but one of his family relatives was on the panel of judges, because the compere came up to me at the end and he's like, you should have won. And in fact, he said it over the mic, she should have won. I remember I did Gloria Estefan. Do you remember? 1, 2, 3, 4, come on, baby, say you love me. Did that one.
Yep.
Lisa Stansfield. I think I did 3 numbers. And yeah, I won 400 Deutschmarks and I got a trophy. And I remember, yeah, I paid my phone bill. I had a big phone bill back home to my mum, and I paid my phone bill with that. Those were the days, eh?
I remember the days of putting the money in the slot.
Yes.
Hello, Mum. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to phone my mum quite a lot because obviously I was a bit homesick living in Germany. But from there, one of the DJs at BFBS, we contacted, wrote some jingles for him. That was great fun. He was a guy called Andy Wayne, great DJ at the time. And then that just opened up a door. And he actually said to me he wanted to be my agent. And he got me a deal with Sony at the time as a soloist. And this is really weird because, well, not really, but in the same week, I got a phone call from Berlin and asking me to audition. Did I want to audition for a group in Berlin? And I chose the group, and the rest is history. Yeah, I chose the group.
So you've been singing around the world for quite a long time.
Yes.
But then you had this awakening, which am I right in saying that it started with the common law experience, or did it start before that?
Yeah, it kind of started before them. I would actually say it started around 2005, 2006, where I lost my voice. So I'd been in this pop group, this Euro dance group for about 2 years. I got burnout. We got to number 1. So the name of the group, by the way, is called Max, MAXX, and you can find us on YouTube. And we had 2 top 10 hits with a song called Getaway. The second track was called No More, I Can't Stand It. And the third track was called You Can Get It. And they got to number 3 UK, number 8 UK, number 21 UK, with the album reaching number 54. So we were flying. We were flying quite high. And that all ended. And then around 2000-ish, 2004, 2005, I couldn't sing anymore. This here in my mind was telling me, you're no good, you can't sing. You know, it was really giving me some difficulty because I had always had a passion and a desire to sing. So I found myself getting into trained to be NLP practitioner, neuro-linguistic programming. I trained in EFT first when it came out in 2004, that was, so the tapping. So I'd always been involved or interested in personal development. It's just an area, and which falls nicely with what David does. So I really understand what he does in the trauma clearing. So yeah, I'm kind of fully qualified in kind of that, and that then enabled me to unlock it over the years. And it was interesting. In 2007, I had a dentist accident. This was what really opened me up. Yeah, I swallowed a drill burr.
What?
Yeah. And the locum dentist, the dentist herself, she actually sent me an invoice on the Monday, apologising, but invoiced me. I was like, no. I was clearly traumatized from it because the drill burr fell. It's a little diamond burr that fell off the end of the drill, and as I was having my amalgam fillings taken out to have like white resin. Being a singer, you want that nice mouth, and anyway. Yeah, I swallowed the drill burr, got really neglected, ended up taking myself to hospital with the dental assistant because he panicked, the locum. Cut long story short, that sent me on a journey of opening up, really, because the solicitor sent me a bill for £7,000 in
Nice.
2.5. Yeah. And I remember clearly, Mark, I fell to the floor when I received it. That's how much fear I was in. I fell to the ground, and David came into the hallway where we used to live, and he went, "What are you doing on the floor?" I was shaking, crying, going, "I've got this bill for 7,000. It's the dental thing. I've lost the case." He's like, "Get up, we'll sort it." And it was interesting. Soon after that, do you know Wythenshawe at all?
I know it very well. 3 of my children were born there.
What? Right. Oh, okay. Right. This is interesting. So yeah, back in a few years ago, there was lots of women's business funding. So I went along to this women's business funding one day at Wythenshawe Forum.
I know it. That's where I met Frank Skinner. I did speak with Caroline Ahern there and Henry
Oh
Lloyd
my God.
a long time ago.
This is fantastic, isn't it? It's so good. Anyway, there was a group of women in this room talking about what you would do for your business. And although I was kind of blocked, very much so in the throat energy center, and in my mind telling myself I couldn't sing, I knew I was going to be involved in music in some way. Anyway, this girl stood up around the table, and the woman, the teacher, said to her, "So what is it that you want to do with your funding if it works?" And she said, "Well, actually, I'd like all mortgages are fraud." She said, and this was 2000, let me work this out, 2011, 2010, 2011. So it was really bizarre. It was like she was in a room, everyone was like, didn't get it, went straight over their head. But with me, I went up to her at the break and I was like, what is it you're going to do? And she explained, and I went, I don't really understand it, but my heart knows it's true. So we ended up going to KFC. Not that I don't eat meat anymore, but anyway, went to KFC. We had a cup of coffee, whatever, and we had a chat. And I said to her, "I really don't get it." I said, "But I think my husband David will." So she came round a few nights later, and she was doing all the letters, all the legal letters, all the notices, and she was basically training us and telling us how it all worked. And David got it straight away. I took a bit longer. It just because I was like, no, they wouldn't be that bad. And it did take me a lot longer, but David got it straight away. And we started doing the letters, yeah, and signing them, inking them, thumbprints, all that. We did all that from 2011. And then we did that for quite a few years on and off. No, we did it. And David was helping people save their houses from repossession. And we were a bit like Bonnie and Clyde, to be fair. We'd go to people's houses around the country and sit in there, and I'd bring in Archangel Michael and Raphael, like protectors, and we'd see off the bailiffs basically from the door. Very empowering, very scary, but very empowering time. I chased a bailiff down the road once in Stoke. Well, Milton Keynes, and she said, "You're crazy." You said, "I'm crazy." So I woke up to the truth. What I'm trying to say is I woke up to the truth a lot sooner. So I don't feel like I need to talk about that so much now, because but it was the best thing ever, the best thing to learn that.
No, it's amazingly empowering. I've told the story on here before about my first shakedown with a bailiff, and
yeah, I heard it. The TV license.
How I couldn't believe that it worked, and I was shaking as well. I know that feeling, and I think it is still important to talk about those things, because
Absolutely.
a lot of people just haven't gone through that yet, and
yeah,
it's important for people to hear that actually you can do it and you can go through it, and it does empower you, and you are right, because they are fraudsters. fraudsters. They are massive fraudsters.
Absolutely. We had a 16-page document. That's all we know it to be called, a 16-page document. And it was from a guy that I met online from Miami. I'm still friends with Carlos. And he has got inside information in the banks. And I actually got my first Zim, my 100T Zim. I've got a few now. Back in 2015, maybe, or 2017 via Carlos. So it was kind of, I knew someone who knew that. So I came away from the common law thing and went into the Zim humanitarian project. So I've been waiting for humanitarian stuff since 2017, I say, or 2016, maybe around that time. So yeah, it's been a real journey for me. And my album came about, I released that album 2015. So this is 7 years old, which is a credit to it. Yeah. Because, you know, through yourself and through Charlie and Truthers now, who want this kind of positive music that's been tuned to different frequencies, it feels like it's about time. It feels warranted for it to be out.
Is that the album you sent to my mum?
Yes.
Yeah, she loves it. She said she's been into it. Thank you for that.
Oh, you're very welcome. It has a 12-page booklet inside, and it explains all about the energy centers or chakras. Can you see that diagram?
Yeah.
And that basically just shows that track 1 starts at the feet chakra in 174 hertz. It's the 9 solfeggio frequencies. Do you know much about the solfeggio, Mark?
Yes, ayahuasca trained me literally how to clear chakras using my voice.
Wow.
And I've done that in outside with like a group of 50 women once.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah,
we've not done ayahuasca. Me and Dave have done Cambo 3 times.
Cambo's great.
Oh God, yeah, hardcore, innit? That was basically to get rid of any fear, because Dave was going in the courtrooms back years ago with the judges.
That's exactly what ayahuasca does as well. You know, the first thing it normally does is take people through their own death. It didn't with me, because I don't think I've got any fear of death, but that's what it. Yeah, you know, people. I was having this conversation just an hour ago with somebody else about how they were scared of doing it because of that very reason. But yeah, you know, these things are incredible medicines.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard some iffy stories about like people losing the mind on that, but I do know someone who does it here in Stockport, and yeah, I don't. Hey,
Stocky.
Yeah, Stocky. Well, Marple, actually, it's a lovely couple who do sound baths as well, and they do breath work and stuff. There's some amazing people out there, so talented, isn't there? And they're all coming out. And if anything, I'd like to encourage people, if you're thinking of sitting on the fence, just do it. Or, you know,
you know, that's why channels like mine exist, to get people out there. And yeah, because it's our time.
Yes, I've been watching some of your videos lately, actually. I watched the one with Stacey.
She's brilliant. Did you hear the story of how I met her?
Yeah, walking down the street.
Crazy. What are the billions to millions to one?
Honestly, it's meant to be, though, isn't it? It's meant to be that.
Me
and Dave are going to go down to Cornwall in a few weeks, because, you know, the Great Awakening tour in Birmingham.
Yeah.
There was quite a few people who came up. They bought my album, which was lovely, and thanks to everyone that did buy my album. But anyways, a lovely couple called David and Jane Williams, and David runs a choir down in Cockington.
Cockington?
Yes, I think it comes under Paignton, really, or Torquay on the border. I'm not quite sure. And they've invited David and I down to stay in one of their cottages, which I thought was really nice. So we're going to take him up on the offer at the end of this month. But yeah, he runs a choir, and he said he'd like to write a song with me. So I was like, yeah, no, isn't that nice? So I was like, well, I'm not really writing songs, collaborating at the moment. I'm just doing my own stuff because it's important that I focus on that. But anyway, that was my initial thought. And I do need to speak to David, because I've been offered by Peter Collar. Did you meet Peter?
Yeah, I'm doing a chat with him next week. I saw your interview. Dr. John.
Great. Yes. Yeah, that's what you call him. Yeah.
So he was the guy in the audience. I'll just explain this to the viewers. I apologized at the beginning for the fact that I was going to swear a lot throughout the day. And I said, if there's any Americans and who don't like cussing, they can all fuck off out the back door. And he just went, fuck you. And I was like, I like this guy.
Yeah. He's great. Well, I sat next to him at the dinner table. In 20 tables, he was on table 9. And he was right there as I sat next to him. Yeah. Amazing guy, amazing guy. Yeah.
Just going to show everybody where they can get your music.
Oh, thank you.
Which is on this website, which is the address is Elyse, ELYSE music.com. So if people want to find your album or any of your other work, you've put it all on this website. Yeah?
Yeah, thank you. If you, they can buy my music through. If they just click on, I think there's a tab on the right. It takes them to music and everything's on there. They can buy hard copy, which is the physical hard copy, or they can buy digital, and the digital will be sent to their. They can open it as a zip file, a WAV file, or an MP3.
Yeah, I always like hard copies because I like old cars, and my cars have
We're the same.
CD players.
We loved your car. David loved your car, by the way. Really nice. We've been looking for one. Are they diesel?
Yeah, that is a diesel. Yeah, that one.
Nice. Yeah. Really nice car. Lovely inside. Thanks for driving us, by the way, when you drove us.
Yeah, that's fine. No worries.
Yeah, thank you.
My pleasure.
Do you know what I did before? I'm just going over my little MP3 player. I used to do workshops at the MBS fairs. And I used to do workshops on these frequencies and how they heal. Have you ever heard a digital healing frequency?
I don't know. Maybe I have. Maybe I haven't.
So it's called a tone. So it.
Oh yeah.
I was just going to play for your audience.
Yep.
Like the solfeggio, because I love the solfeggio. I like 432, but there's something about solfeggio that I really like.
Yeah, I've got a lot of solfeggio tuning forks here. But yeah, it's really, really good. I'll just mute myself while you do it.
Okay. Well, just talking about, I'm just setting it up. The guy who you spoke to in America, I've forgotten his name, who's done all the solfeggio tuning forks. I mean, I've been meaning to buy those for a number of years, but I got into the digital side. So I just wondered what you've thought of these digital ones, and I thought I'd play them. So I'm going to play 1 to 9, if it's all right, if we've got time, because they're a minute each. They're a minute each.
No, I think everybody would really, everybody watching, make yourself a cup of tea, sit down, right? Let's get them into the right state of mind.
Yeah.
And then if you just explain what each one does, I'll just pop off for 9 minutes while you do it.
Okay. Yeah? Let's do that then. Right. Let me just set this up. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so everyone, if you just want to get comfortable and make yourself nice and comfy, sit on a chair or lie down or something, I'm just going to go through the 9 solfeggio frequencies in what's called a tone. This is the first tone. This is 174 hertz frequency, and this is at the feet chakra or feet energy center. I just want you to close your eyes. Just feel this frequency of 174 hertz going through the feet area. Okay, this next frequency is 285 hertz vibration, and this is at the knee area. If you imagine your knees, and this is 285 hertz. This influences your energy fields, leaves your body rejuvenated and energized. This next frequency is the third of the Solfeggio. This is a root chakra. And this is 396 hertz, which turns grief to joy, liberating guilt and fear at the root energy center chakra. Just feel the vibration of this digital frequency going through that root energy center. This next frequency is the fourth of the 9 Solfeggio. This is 417 hertz. And this is at the sacral, which is just below the belly button. And the sacral, it facilitates change, produces energy to bring about change. This is 417 hertz at the sacral. This next frequency is the fifth of the tones, and this is 528, the solar plexus chakra, which is just your center. This transforms miracles, increases life energy, clarity and mind, and activates creativity. 528, solar plexus energy center. This next frequency tone is number 6. This is the heart energy center. Reconnects and balances relationships with partners, family, friends, colleagues, people, and even animals. This is the heart center. The next one is the throat energy center. This is in a frequency of 741 hertz. This clears any blocked communication and it gives you power of self-expression. This is 741 hertz. This next one is in 852 hertz vibration. This is the third eye energy center, and this transforms and raises awareness. This last frequency tone is frequency 9 of the solfeggios, and it's 963 hertz vibration, awakens your perfect state of oneness. This is at the crown energy center at the top of the head. There we go. So if people just want to take a big deep breath. Quite cool, aren't they, these digital ones?
They are, yeah. And a little bit less effort.
Yeah. In fact, what was interesting, I don't know if you heard, but the volume was going higher.
Yeah, well, it was moving around.
Weird, wasn't it?
I had to pop in and out of the room a couple of times, but yeah, I got the last 4 there, and no, they're great. They're really powerful, and you know, the universe was built on a sound wave.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Frequency.
Yes.
Frequency. It's all about frequency. I just had a vision of you doing a tour, like the healing music tour.
I've got it on my vision board here, Mark.
Well, I had a vision of you doing the music, but talking, telling stories, and doing the healing in a massive arena.
Really?
Yeah. Well, why not?
Hell, man. Do you know what I had? Because I've got a band. I've got a live band. Because I wanted to bring them for Birmingham, and I thought, no, it's a bit. Maybe London would be cool to bring the band. I don't know. Anyway, in the future, who knows? But I thought I'd do my love energy tour. I've got an agent actually who's awake. She's in it's a she. She's in Scotland, and we've been talking about it. So who knows? I'd like to put it on next year, but I need to be more visible, don't I? Really, I need to get out there.
It's interesting you say that, because I was literally just thinking about all the showbiz people that are not awake, and you know, because I know lots of people that have found it. I know comedians and actors that have found it impossible to get work in the last 5 years or so. You know, especially comedians. If you're not doing woke comedy, then you know, there's Alistair Williams, for example. I don't know him, but he couldn't get a gig after he did pro-Brexit comedy. You know, and I know some actors that just couldn't get any work because they refused to have this, and you know, it's really interesting to know that there are some awake people, and the thing is, you know, when this is over, people are going to want to, you know, there's going to be demand for the kind of thing that you're doing.
Absolutely. Well, I've got a Max gig on the 9th of July in Holland, so I've still got my hand in that, but I'm being really choosy.
The Netherlands.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I like the Netherlands.
Just going back to Peter Kohler, by the way, he's doing a movie, isn't he, on his 3rd book? Did you know?
No, I didn't know that. No.
Yeah, he's doing a movie, so he's asked me to do the soundtrack.
Ooh. Well, that's the funny thing about this work. I've been offered a part in a $50 million movie,
Yeah.
I don't know when it's going to get made, but the writer Julie offered me a part in that, and all these. There's a lot of wonderful things going on, and it's like I said, it's your time. It's good. I mean, I think what you said
Thank
earlier
you.
about sitting back and then makes sense, because now
Oh,
it's
thank you.
well,
It
now
it
it's the
didn't
time.
feel safe.
Now's the time for healing.
Yeah. Do you know what, Mark, though? It didn't feel safe, and maybe it's because of the common law thing that I knew about, but I just didn't want to put my neck on the line, I guess, for trolls. I'm sensitive. I'm a sensitive empath. And not that there's anything wrong with that, because many of us are who are in the light. But living with David, I mean, he's taught me a lot in how to, say fuck off. I've had to look after myself, really. I've had to it's that shadow work. And in fact, I wanted to speak to you about that, because now is a time for the shadow work, isn't it? Because, here's me bringing out the love energy. And then, we still need to do our shadow work, don't we? That other
Hang
stuff.
on. What do you mean now's the time? I've been doing shadow work for fucking years.
Oh, I know, but I mean in music,
Oh,
what
right,
I'm
yeah.
saying is I'm Love and Light bringing this love energy album, but there still has to be that other side of it. Does that make sense? I'm not explaining it right. I know.
No,
I'm just.
I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
Yeah. I think you're right there. I'm going to embrace the newness. That's why I'm putting myself out there now. I'm going to get more visible. I'm here. I'm in Manchester. I've got no kids. There's just me and Dave, and want to do a bit of traveling and meet people. And I think it's about time that I got this love energy out there. It was channeled through to me. I was
Yeah,
told.
you
I was
can tell.
told. Sorry, when was that? Did you say?
No, I said you can tell.
Yeah, it was channeled. Yeah, the stuff was, but I was told that there would be an energy coming down on the planet called the love energy. I was told.
Mm.
And I was like, okay, then. So, I made a promise to God that, to use me for, while I'm here, use me. That's what I am. I'm a conduit for God to come through. That's what I believe. And
Through vibrations.
yeah, man. Yeah.
And, I'm just telling the viewers, I've seen Elyse G. Rogers sing live, and she's beautiful beyond belief and sings like an angel. And I love the fact that you do sort of like that poppy music as well, because
You like that?
because you could just dance and get high to that without any of the, back in the Hacienda days, everybody was popping an E. You don't need it.
Yeah. Do you know a lady went out the room of the Birmingham event, and she said it's too fast for me to David, and he said, what did he say? You need clearing.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. In fact, which one did you like? Did you hear Rise Up or Shine Your Light? Did you like Shine Your Light?
Listen, I heard all of them, but I couldn't tell you what they were called because I was hosting the event. It's impossible for me to
Yeah, true. Yeah.
retain information because I was watching it from the side while thinking about what I was going to say next.
Yeah. Oh, it was just great, wasn't it? It was just great.
Well, I just wanted to get that gag in because you had the whole audience doing this, so I told them all off because their smelly armpits were all coming through.
I had them going, shine your light with me, didn't I?
Yeah,
Yeah,
fantastic.
it was great. Yeah. And then I went out into the audience for the first track, didn't I? So that was so nice. As I walked down, I didn't intend on doing that. Well, I kind of thought about it and I thought, oh, will it work? And then as I went down the middle aisle, I basically was stopping at everybody and looking them right in the eye. And oh gosh,
It's so powerful.
I've anchored that feeling because I was sharing love with them.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is about the love vibration, and I'm going to honor that, and I'm not going to be scared anymore. I'm going to be confident.
No time for fear. No time for fear.
No, it's gone. That I've worked too hard on myself anyway. Do you know what I mean? And I think this has been the move. Reaching out to you, saying, can we have a chat? And thanks so much for having me on. I've loved it. You're just ace. You're just such an ace human being.
Well,
credit to you.
I know a few people who disagree with that, but thank you.
Yeah. Well, some people probably say that about me.
Well, you cannot go through life and this particular life and not, crack a few eggs when you're making an omelette. And
yeah.
I think it's all part of the initiation. I mean, it's anybody watching this whose feelings I've hurt, I never meant to. It's all part of your journey and my journey. That's all it is.
Yes, me too. Me
That's
too.
I'm doing my best.
Forgiveness. Well, they'll just have to play 639 hertz to clear the heart energy center. No, I don't know. So, all good stuff. Thank you so much.
Well, this as you're talking about clearing. I mean, this particular this particular time, this summer, you know, we're in the. I know that some people laugh about this, but it's true. You know, the Mercury in retrograde combined with I think it's Aries in Jupiter, or Jupiter in Aries, which has not happened for 11 or 12 years, which Tamara said, the Australian astrologist on Catherine Edwards' channel. And I did a video about this the other week. It really resonated with me because it's everything's coming to the surface right now.
Heard him.
It's like levels and levels and levels, and it's just, you know, people are shouting at each other and slagging each other off, but some people are just manifesting amazing things and having an amazing life. You know, and it's I love the way the sunlight's coming in through there. By the way, when you watch this back, you're going to love that. Bit of Manchester sun there.
Yeah,
nice.
Come on.
Nice one. But I think it is clearance time, and anybody watching, you know, my advice is do as much as you can to just clear every cell in your body, you know, and that's what these tones do. That's what good music does. That's what good food, good water, especially getting out in nature, the trees, the water. The water is so important.
Kangen.
Yeah, I've got Kangen and Granda, which is
I don't know that one.
I'm going to do a show on it because it's incredible. Okay. It's incredible. It really is incredible. I mean, I've spent a fortune on water filters over the years because that's like the #1 weapon they've got.
Yeah, that and the air.
Well, there's not a lot you can do about it. I'm not walking around in fucking oxygen mask, put it that way. But I'm saying that in Marrakesh, I had an office in Marrakesh, and I went back over there. You know, you can get things if you need to get them. So I went and got an oxygen tank and a thing, and I used to sit there with an oxygen thing on while I was working.
Did you? What is the air really bad over there in Morocco?
No, it's not that the air is bad, but it's the same as you just said. You know, there's chemtrails there's everywhere, and you know.
Well, we're living a mile from the city centre, so we get it quite bad.
I know Cheetham Hill.
No, it's rough, isn't it?
No,
David calls it God's country, and to be fair, it's rough in terms of there's poverty. That's what I mean, and I don't mean that disrespectfully, because this is where I had to be to do my next purging. To my the neighbours, we absolutely get on with fantastic. This is David's family home. You know, they know him.
Listen, one of the happiest time of my life was living in Moss Side.
Was it really? Just shows you, doesn't it? David says to me sometimes, he'll say, you remember this, because, you know, when things change, and you're right, because it keeps you grounded, keeps you level. We can go anywhere. During lockdown, we went everywhere, to be fair. And of course, you know, the next few days is bank holiday, you know, all the curry houses will be open. Everywhere will be open for us. It's completely normal.
I miss the curry mile, I must admit.
Yeah. Oh, you'd like it round here, though. We found some great cracking curry places round here. There's a great Strange Ways.
Strange Way to become. Is the Cheetham Hill Irish Centre still open?
I think I told you this before. I'm not sure. We live literally across the road from it. Not the one that you probably knew, the old one. It's been knocked down. I think they got loads of lottery funding. It's a brand new spanking. It's actually called Irish Way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they give it a name. Irish Way. We live right opposite it.
My friend did a play there, and I worked with Mike Harding there, and that was 30 years ago.
Really? David's dad used to go for a pint on a Sunday there.
Yeah, well, the Irish Centre, best places to get a pint on a Sunday. The one in Shortwood. Anyway, we're losing the audience.
Okay, lovely.
What's coming up for you this year that people can engage with, apart from getting your stuff online? Are you going to be? Well, I know we're going to be talking about September in London, right? Which is everybody watching the Great Awakening Tour. Next leg is September the 9th. And I believe we're both on. The lineup's not been finalised, but I'm pretty damn sure you're going to be on as well.
Yeah, I spoke with Tara the other day about. I don't know if it should be all right to say, but there's going to be an area where I can sell my CDs again.
Yeah. We're not allowed to mention the venue. That's the only thing.
No, I'm not. So yeah, I'm going to sell my CDs, have a table again with my CDs. So there'll be a different area for me, and hopefully I will get to go on stage again and sing some uplifting songs.
Don't let anybody take them this time without paying.
Oh no.
That was
there was only one in the end, to be fair. But a kind lady came up She was lovely. I think she's called Tiggy, and she came up and she said, "I'm going to pay you for an album. I don't want one, but I don't think it's right." And I said, "No, I'm not going to take your money." She said, "Please, please." Anyway, when I got home, I sent her a digital one. She wouldn't take the physical copy from me, so I sent her some stuff by email. I took her email address, but I just thought, she just said, "I want to just prove that humanity's good." I was like, "Oh, okay."
That whole day and all the people in the audience, it was religious. It was amazing. Yeah.
Wasn't it? So much love in
Mm.
that room, so much love. And I think September. So going back to your question, Mark, well, I'm going to, I've got a YouTube channel that I need to work on. So I really need to get social media, maybe, well, YouTube channel. I need to start doing videos really and getting this out there. So this is my first one with you, kind of thing. And then,
Here's an idea. Here's an idea for you. Why don't you start finding other musicians and talking to them, playing their stuff that's aligned with this kind of thinking, because that would be an interesting channel.
That would be great, wasn't it?
Mm.
Don't know how many they are, meaning, because I don't know if they've all been ninged, but yeah.
Well, no, I mean, I interviewed a UK rapper that's been on my channel that's talking about this stuff. There's another rapper that just got his stuff banned that I'm hoping to talk to soon, who's also been banned off of Sony and stuff like that for, or Apple Music or whatever, and also Spotify. That's the one. So I think there's a growing band. Anybody watching this, get in touch with Elyse. If you're a musician and you're writing stuff.
I thought about doing a podcast on that.
Endless subject.
I know it is, isn't it? Especially about the frequencies as well and positive music, because there's just not enough of it, is there? Positive music.
And the other thing,
the music industry has been so dark for so long, and it seems to be getting worse, doesn't it? Crazy.
They hijacked it completely. That's why Simon Cowell became famous. How did a satanic arsehole like him become a big player in the music industry? Because they put him there. Yeah. And then he was just looking for new victims to promote, and it's just horrible. I mean, I used to manage bands 30 years ago, and they were amazingly talented, and they couldn't get anywhere because they wouldn't join the orgies, or they wouldn't do whatever the fuck the London record.
I know many talented musicians that have had that. I know one who got through to The Voice, at Salford, the Media City, a few years ago now. And for one of the finals, she got through to go in front of the judges, and she went to London and they made her sing I Heard It Through the Grapevine, and she's like, I don't want to sing that song. So they kind of set her up really. And I think it can really affect you. And I know someone else who went through to The Voice. That was The Voice, and then Britain's Got Talent and stuff, and it seems to affect them. It can really knock you for six, because I just won't step into that arena. I did the ones, but no.
But I think that the TV talent contests are a way of ring fencing an industry. In the same thing happens in comedy. The same thing happens in many show business type things, because what they want to do is identify the frequencies of the people that they can influence to then carry on their message, and they kind of lock other people out of that. And if you're not tuned into what they want, then you don't get anywhere. Which is why so many people at the top are people that we're going to have to let go of.
Yeah. Well, going back to the early 90s with Max, I found out a few years ago that we should have gone to with Clive Davis of Arista Records. I think it is in America. So we could have gone to America. And I think they just, I did get a phone call, because I brought myself back to UK in the end. And the management phoned me and just said, I'm really sorry, but, you were great in terms of you've got a massive fan base, but we can't work with you in the rapper, basically, for different reasons, because we weren't willing to do stuff, because I started questioning them and they didn't like it. So I got kicked to the curb, basically, and I left. And the music industry kind of ate me and spat me out, really. And here I am, full circle, 20 odd years later, doing my own thing, which I'm very proud about, and I'm going to go for it.
Good, because these platforms that they set up, we can use against them effectively, because they've got the audiences. But all the radio stations, a lot of the film companies, a lot of the TV companies, the media companies, they're all going to disappear in the next few years or whenever. And it's down to people like you to be bringing this stuff forward, and it's just going to get, the demand for what you're doing is just going to get bigger and bigger. So
thank you. I might need to chat to you then about marketing it then, because you're the man on that, aren't you? I know you're extra busy though, but yeah, I'll be all right, I suppose.
Well, you know, doing shows like this is the beginning, so
Yeah, true.
yeah.
What was going to say? I've created an online program. I think I've told you before, 9 modules, all about these frequencies. It's called the Love Energy Frequency Transformational Program, and I'll hopefully bring it out in the next next 9-10 weeks or something. And if people want to, if they're interested, it's on my website at elysemusic.com/program. So I'm hosting it on, you know, I'm going through delivering 50 plus videos all about these frequencies, and they've just experienced a little bit of it today. I thought I would kind of finish off, I don't know at what time we've got, but with another song, if that's okay.
Yeah, just before you do that, I'm just trying to find this page to show people.
Oh, thank you. I'll just set them up.
Yeah, let's have another song. Yeah, brilliant.
Okay. Thank you so much, and thanks to everyone for listening.
Well,
amazing.
My pleasure, and I'm sure everybody's enjoyed it. So let me just find this. Here we go. The Love Energy Frequency Transformation. Have you got an email thing on here? Or is it for sale already?
Yep, it's for sale already. I've already sold some.
Brilliant.
I do a weekly newsletter on a Friday, so if anyone wants to join that as well, that should be on there, my newsletter, and it tells you all about that as well, and I keep in contact with people. Yeah, I'm building that up at the moment.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
No worries.
So I'm going to sing this song, and this is in a frequency of 741 because I thought it was really important. It's in the throat energy center, and this is off the album The Love Energy, and it's called I Believe In, and it's all about the energies that we are releasing, which is very prominent.
Well, I'll take myself out and I'll come back and say goodbye at the end of it.
Okay. All right. It's just about 3 minutes long. Is that okay? Take me from the bottom, take me to the top. I never want this feeling to never ever stop the way inside of this heart of mine. What more can we do? Oh, it's got me spinning. I'm losing all control. Deep within my body and my mind and my soul, and it's got me spinning. Ooh, and it's got me thinking that these energies I'm releasing, I believe in. I believe in the energies I'm releasing. Release the throat chakra, 741 hertz. Yeah. Take me from the beginning, take me to the end. I never lose this feeling. It is my only friend that makes me feel so good inside. What else is there to do? Oh, it's got me spinning. I'm losing all control. Deep within my body and my mind and my soul, and it's got me spinning. Ooh, and it's got me thinking that these energies I'm releasing, I believe in. I believe in the energies I'm releasing. Here we go. Releasing. I believe in. Release me. I believe in. I believe Release me. I believe in the energies I'm releasing. Oh, 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 oh. Release me. I believe in me. Believe in me. The energies I'm releasing. Can't hear you, Mark.
I was muted. I said, whoa, brilliant.
Come on, let's release it.
I always want to do a DJ voice when I hear music. Come again at number 4. It's Elyse G. Rogers with Release the Energy. You ain't seen nothing yet.
How cool is that? Could you hear the 741 in the background? You could just gently hear it in 741.
Yeah, I mean, it would be great one day when we've got proper studios and we can hear all this properly. We're all a bit homemade at the moment, but
I know. Giving a bit of feedback. Sorry, the levels weren't great, but anyway, sorry about that.
We get the general gist. It's all really good.
Yeah.
Well, lovely to speak to you. Good luck with everything, and I will see you soon. If I come over to England, I'll pop into Manchester and we'll go out for a curry.
That would be amazing. Yeah, let's do it. That'd be fantastic.
All right, give my love to David, and thanks everybody for watching. Thanks, Elyse. Take care of yourself.
Thank you. See you, Mark. Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.